What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with Chasing Cinema.
Mr. James Shoe.
.com.
I was speaking your lines right there.
Yeah, no, I needed help, like James Franco in The Disaster Artist.
Yes, a really big movie for me and you. One that me and you both have talked about since seeing like early trailers and stuff. Because I think last year when I was doing my challenge, I watched The Room and told you about it, and you kind of like have been like interested in The Room since. Tom Wiseau in the early 2000s released a movie called The Room, which is, you know, hailed to be one of the worst movies of all time. I don't think it is one of the worst movies of all time, but it is quite bad. But it's become cult because of how bad it is, or how fun it is.
How that works.
So, Tommy Wiseau worked on the film with his good friend Greg Sestero, who eventually wrote the book called The Disaster Artist. Thus, James Franco.
Who wrote the book? Sorry.
Greg Sestero, the character played by James Franco's brother. Yes.
Oh, Dave Franco, the real Dave Franco's character, wrote the book.
Yeah, the actor, who's Greg.
Oh, so from his point of view.
So yes, The Disaster Artist was his from his point of view. And what's the most interesting thing about this is that Tommy has claimed on numerous occasions, they both, though still go around talking about the movie, Tommy has said that only 40% of the book is true. However, on Jimmy Kimmel, where Tommy Wiseau was talking about this movie with Franco, he said the film was 99% true. So I don't know where that math comes from or how that's calculated. But anyway, this is the story of how Tommy Wiseau and his good friend decided to make this movie.
It's 99% true based on the 40% of the book.
Yeah, man, maybe that's it. And this is basically the making of what would become a cult hit. James Franco, his brother Dave, James taking the directorial route. Not something he's unrelated to. He's done a few times in the past, but not many people remember the movies that James Franco directed. So this is probably his first mainstream directorial debut. And what'd you think?
Well, I just got out, and I just want to say, when I saw the first trailer, I was like, okay, this movie looks fun.
Yes.
And then this movie doesn't let you down.
Yeah.
The whole, as soon as the minute it starts, it's fun.
Yes.
You know, because it opens with the monologue of our famous Phil J.J. Abrams.
Yes, which is really, really smart, I thought. Having all these famous filmmakers talk about the movie. Because if you've never seen The Room, I think that really kind of hypes you up. Yeah, that's right. But you've seen the clip I sent you.
Yes.
Right. Because there's
the best worst scenes of The Room on YouTube. So yeah, the minute the movie starts, I honestly loved it.
Yeah.
This movie to me was so funny. And it's not supposed to be funny. It's just that I'm watching the whole time thinking, how is this real? But I'm gonna just assume this is real, and this was how Tommy is and was.
Well, I definitely think it's supposed to be funny, but it's supposed to be more like we'll laugh with you guys rather than at them. I think Tommy Wiseau is still kind of unsure the ability that people laugh at him, and he just kind of takes it as like, I make people laugh because I'm entertaining, where in reality it's just kind of the obscurities that he does. Yeah, the very first scene we have him, he just screams the word Stella and, you know, throws himself around the entire and obviously they continue to talk about Marlon Brando, but I'm sorry, go on.
No, that's honestly, I really enjoyed
Franco
it. I'm sure this is going to be in the top 10 of the year for me. I'm sure it's going to be. This a couple more films I want to see: Showman, Shape of Water. But yeah, this movie was freaking awesome. James Franco, after watching the Jimmy Kimmel interview and some of the behind-the-scenes stuff and seeing him, I thought he transformed into Tommy. I thought he did a great job. Dave Franco's character I thought was great. I thought everyone honestly was great. Not Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth Rogen. His character the cinematographer or the scriptwriter.
Supervisor.
Was I thought every time he didn't have a lot of lines obviously, but when he was in it, I thought it was just effective. I was just like, oh, this is hilarious. And man, it's funny to watch, but what a horror to be on that set, though.
Yeah, it was a very hectic set. However, I mean, to me, like, it's such a fascinating story, just in the sense that this guy, who no one knows much about, we only recently learned that he's from Europe from an interview from Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, and like even James Franco was taken aback that he admitted that. But this guy who said he wanted to make it as a filmmaker, and obviously many famous producers shot him down, and he made a movie, and he's famous for it.
I want to know where that money comes from, dog.
Yeah, it is interesting to just think about him as a character. No, I totally agree. James Franco, I think, really immersed himself in this role. I'd argue to say this is James Franco at his best. As far as an actor, I'm sure as a director, I've not seen a lot of his directorial work, and I don't think he does anything incredibly stylish or incredibly like groundbreaking in this movie. Granted, most of this movie is recreating another movie, so it doesn't really
22 minutes.
Yeah, 22 minutes. It doesn't really give him much opportunity to be innovative, but there are of course those moments in between where we can, which I think has the movie's best moments, which is the beginning. Until they start working on The Room, I think that is my favorite part of The Disaster Artist. That's when it's strongest because it's not relying on The Room so much. Where like you start seeing cuts to The Room, you need to kind of have seen the movie and appreciated certain things. Like for instance, they break down this one scene in which a mom is talking to her daughter and telling her that she has breast cancer. This is in The Room, and the actors are playing this in The Disaster Artist. And like that kind of cheeky dialogue that they go back and forth with talking about her character only comes from really watching and appreciating The Room. But I think the beginning stuff when The Room wasn't involved was when I was having the most fun. But overall, still had a blast, laughed quite a bit. Dave Franco also, I think, did a solid job. It was definitely one of the better films I've seen this year, but as I've continued into December and I've continued watching a lot of things, some of which I can't even review yet, it has slowly been raising up on that number list of top 10s up to 15s and so on, but I don't know if it'll make the final cut. I'll do my best to rewatch everything before we publish, which is usually in January. But yeah, I think The Disaster Artist offers exactly what anyone who loves The Room wants. They want more of The Room, but they just want to see it recreated. They want to see that people appreciate the silliness and the wackiness of The Room. And I think that's exactly what they get. And James Franco delivers probably his best performance since 127 Hours, if I'm not missing
really good.
anything. Yeah, which I was a big fan
really
of. And then
good,
James Franco kind of went back and started doing the comedies. And while they definitely worked for what he was trying to do, it didn't really show off his talents. And this is the movie, I think, in a long time that kind of brings him back to that level.
Yeah,
So,
good stuff.
Overall, yeah, totally agree. Go see The Disaster Artist, especially if you like The Room. If you've not seen The Room, I really recommend it. But I'd recommend doing it with a bunch of friends and, enjoying yourselves. Don't restrict yourselves to watching it alone. Even though I watched it alone and I still thought it was hilarious.
Honestly, you might have to just bring it over. We'll order some food. I might have to just check it out.
You might have to do it.
Just to see this monster of a movie. I'm curious about that one scene where the guy's with the gun. Oh yeah, I'm curious, where did that even come from?
Zac Efron, yeah, his part. Right, Zac Efron plays the.
Was that
bandit.
Zac Efron at the?
Zac Efron's not in The Room, but Zac Efron plays that character.
No, but was he in when they recreated that scene?
Yeah, Zac Efron is the guy with the gun.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was Zac
Really?
Efron.
Yeah, it was Zac Efron. Zac Efron even has a little cameo.
Yo, at the end, yes, I saw. I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah, but he is in the end because he saw the first one. Yeah, he's in the movie.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't realize. Okay, cool. All right,
Anyway.
so there's a lot of other movies you can click on the white eye, check all that stuff out.
Yeah, check out our stuff from
A
right
lot
now.
of stuff. Tanya.
Well, that won't be out right now. So, we're going to be reviewing a bunch of movies. The release dates, if wherever you are in the world, or in America at least, when a movie might be out, like I, Tanya, for you, might be out in your city right now, it might not be out here, so we can't really release reviews until those are out. So just stick with Chasing Cinema, subscribe, hit that little bell. It'll let you know anytime I post anything, because there's going to be a mountain worth of stuff in the upcoming weeks, including next week.
What's going on next week?
Well, we're going to find out.
Is it a big movie?
Is The Last Jedi. Oh my god. This may be the last big hyped movie of the year, and I am so pumped for it. And
the Star Wars movie.
Yes, that Star Wars
Understood.
movie. Yeah, Star Trek, the one that Quentin Tarantino's working
Rated
on.
R. What the heck? What the heck?
If there was anything that I could be excited for, it's not only to see Star Wars, but it's to watch it with my good friends as the year comes to a close, the day, just a celebratory day. So I can't wait to be there, and I hope you join us. And if you want to, make sure to text this guy or leave comments below.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, and just seeing all the I'm just getting jacked, bro.
Let's do it.
All right, ChasingCinema.com is known.
The Film Lovers website.